again, the convergence of blockchain and AI. Now, with AI, you can expect within this year, we're going to see deep fake so real, you cannot tell the difference. People watching this on live stream, they will not know what's here.
We're not here.
We're having dinner somewhere else. So to counter that, you need some form of digital watermark. That is actually a cryptographic evidence
that
this is real.
Yeah.
It's my signature, his signature.
Who puts that? The tech companies? By the way, they're so excited at the back. They're trading crypto on the back of all these comments.
It's all your fault. No, we control our private key. It's going to be private public key.
It'll be personal.
We'll have control.
It's going to be like your irises, your fingerprints. It'll be a digital.
But it's stored on blockchain,
and
witnessed by the global population.
Everybody knows.
Cannot be faked.
But does this change everything for just capital markets?
It will. Yeah, I mean, my gosh, if we could tokenize bonds and stocks tomorrow, one of the great things that BlackRock is being accused of is how much vote we have. I wouldn't vote anymore because we would be able, through tokenization, to know the owner of record instantaneous, and each owner of record will do their proxy voting. I would love that outcome. No, but it would democratize investing in all ways that we can't imagine.
Even political systems, how you vote in a country, can be changed by that.
And do you think that, again, the Trump administration will accelerate that?
I think they're moving that direction. How far they actually will go remains to be seen.
But if you do have a digital validator, like your fingerprints or your irises, I mean, you could tokenize voting. You could do everything. And so it will change how we think and how we live and what we do. And
we've been talking to some Southeast Asian governments, including Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia. All of them historically have the populations who are treating black market bitcoins and what have you. But now the governments are realizing U.S. is driving a global policy shift. So they're now doing something very clever. They're saying, you know what, we're going to issue a new form of digital ID to every single citizen. Along with that is a digital wallet.
Which Brazil, and India has already done.
You're both so...
I mean, if you ask me right now, the thing that is not talked about enough, but is coming to your neighborhood faster than you think, this AI revolution is not made up. It's not overhyped. You are already, they're probably, I know I was talking to some people backstage who are associated with businesses here in the Hartford community. I guarantee you, you're going to start seeing shifts in white-collar work as a consequence of what these new AI models can do. And so that's going to be more disruption, and it's going to speed up.
Does the Prime Minister foresee a decline in religious tolerance in the near future in Singapore?
I do not foresee. I have already seen. That is the secret of tolerance, that you have a generation in charge, like me, by and large secular in our approach, definitely in how to govern a country, and only too ready to concede the spiritual to personal beliefs, to whichever religion or religious group can convince you, provided the two are kept separate. That the religion contests your right to believe in certain values, but not to the extent that you push a government into implementing those values at the expense of other groups. Muslims tell me that's not possible. Islam is a total, all-embracing philosophy. The charismatic Christians tell me the same. And if this goes on, we're going to have unpleasantness. My simple position is, let's stop it before it's too late. It's all silly. However hard the Christians can try, they are not going to make Singapore a Christian society. It's just not possible. So I tell these Christian groups, let's have a sense of proportion. Let's live and let live. You're not going to change the world. Maybe you change a few individuals for a very brief period of time, maybe a few years. He gets excited and he's seen the light. But he's got to live. I think sensible, sensitive, but firm government will ride this patch. Soft government, trying to accommodate everybody, will lead to big mischief.
Good education means to create disobedience. When they ask me, what's good education? I said to create dissatisfaction, to create disobedience. I teach creativity and dissidence. And usually, the first class, when I go to my class, I tell them, I cannot teach creativity. I cannot teach dissidence. But what I can do is to undo what education did to you. Creativity is to use our common sense, to use our brains. But education prevents us from losing our brains. We use the brains of our professors, and we quote them all the time. We never quote ourselves, and we lose self-confidence by education, because that's how the educational system serves the political system. Each political system has a system of education to control the mind of the people. Without controlling the mind of the people, you cannot rule them. You cannot dominate them. And this is universal. And the education system is more or less a police system to control the mind. It's like to veil the mind, in fact. So my mind was veiled. When I graduated from the medical college, I was a very good surgeon, very good physician, but I was ignorant of what's happening in the world. I asked myself, why people become poor? Why the society is divided to poor and rich and classes? Why men oppress women, etc. So this questioning, we are prevented from these questions by education. We become obedient to the system, to the professors, to university. And what is dissidence? Dissidence is to say no to a system that is very unjust. If the law is unjust, I have to break it. It's my right. This is common sense. Creativity means common sense. But when we are educated in a very fragmentary way. We receive pseudo-knowledge, not real knowledge. So I had to re-educate myself.
It has a somewhat more 19th century feel to it.
Yes, including, of course, the scramble for Africa. Gary Kasparov has argued that America is losing badly the scramble for Africa between Russia and China on the one hand, which is suborning nation after nation, and the United States, which isn't really engaging. How fair do you think that is?
The Bush administration was very involved in Africa, both from the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS relief, malaria relief. I think President Bush probably saw more African leaders than 5 presidents put together. We ended a couple of civil wars, including in Liberia and at least temporarily in Sudan. And so I think we were very engaged in Africa. I do think it's fallen off. And you can't be engaged in Africa simply to be the anti-China. If you go to African leaders and say, well, we want to engage with you, so you want to engage with China, that doesn't work. If you say we want to engage with you on your own terms because we understand the issues that you have, that's a very different approach. And I think we are losing that very much so.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to On Our Politics. We get just roughly 30 minutes to unpack what I see from my driving seat. But what is going on? Experience and strategy at play here when you look at Atiku's direction and the way he's going with 2027 contest. The man see what the Obidient, what 4 people tweeting in the room could do within the short period of time. They turned that 4 people to 6 million. And Atiku would sit down and look at it critically, say, "Come, this is a very viable route to take to build my own platform. Why not inch on the popularity and the vibrancy of these young men who are head bent on will be unknown." So that's what we are seeing here unfolding. Just a minute, trying to push something up in the screen so we can get squishy. Should I do this? So Atiku with his this is his seventh route, a bit 7 attempts. That's history in the making. History in the making. So is he going to succeed this time around? Maybe, but I won't put my money. No, go put my money. So all right. Let's unpack this political chess. This chess game that is unfolding before us in Nigeria towards 2027. Atiku Abubakar, the Oga Pata Pata, Oyibogo say the perennial presidential hopeful, has made a bold move by jumping ship from PDP to African Democratic Congress ADC. I don't know about a bold move, but anyway. So Atiku is reportedly bringing along a hefty entourage, plenty many, about 26 senators and 37 House of Representatives, roughly from APC, PDP, and Labour Party. He's bringing that along with him. He has that. He's been in the system for too long. So, of course, 26 to 31 loyalists. I don't know if it is enough, but it's a good start. So, allegedly, he is trying to enhance the wildfire popularity of Peter Obi and his fiercely loyal Obedients. Those guys, these two relationships now die. So, said he's trying to explore those two forces in one to boost the ADC profile from fringe players to a serious contender. I mean, as I said earlier, they did it with the Labour Party. From 4 people tweeting in the room, they adopted a party that is relatively unknown and they make it a national party. almost at the fringe of winning the 2023 election. So what Atiku is doing here is pretty much doing the same thing, but indirectly. So, so he has successfully, I mean, today, ADC is a known party. It's pretty much a contender come 2027. Thanks to the Obidient and Obi, but most importantly, give it to Atiku for even looking that route. Anyway, but in his plan, but this plan work, is this plan working? Or has it already fizzled out? Let's break it down. Atiku play seems to hinge on two things: consolidating control of the ADC structure, if there's any at all. I mean, part of the APC, CPC, those structure is trying to consolidate them and see where you go from there. But at the same time, tapping into Obi grassroots momentum. Obi has that lockdown when it comes to grassroots mobilization, organization, however you want to put it. Obi has the largest share. That's why Shiwore is jumping from one jail to another, trying to make sure he do everything to also take what he felt that is his momentum, the grassroots. So this is giving the party a national spotlight. That's true. There's no way you talk about the Obidient without ADC now. You talk about Obi without ADC. You talk about, so I mean, it's a very good strategical move from Atiku. So Atiku camp has been pouring resources into securing state chapters and leadership position within the ADC. That's the way to go. People are focusing on the just like they tried to tell the Obedience, forget about this party chairman, go into a party, adopt, I mean, just take control of the structure from local government level to state. The chairman at national level is a very consequential when you have the structure on that. That's what the MAGA movement did. As we speak today, they are 100% control of a Republican. It took them time, but they succeeded in rooting those people who are standing against Donald Trump within the party. And that's what Atiku is doing. Going after the state leadership, the chapters and leadership position within the ADC, with claims that over 70% of the party structure is already in his pocket, of course. So, I talk from the ones in the is the one putting the ADC structure together, maybe with the Amechi money to come in as a vice president on that ticket. So the idea is to create a platform where Atiku can run as a presidential candidate, possibly with Obi as his running mate. And see that is just to draw clouds. Just keep the ADC on the news. I don't think Obi is that stupid. And I definitely don't believe that the Obedience will go for that bullshit. So to unite their vote base and challenge the APC, the Obedience with their youth-driven anti-establishment energy are a good mine of votes. Obi pulled over 6 million in 2023 on a shooting Labour Party campaign. Atiku knows this, and the ADC sudden relevance reeks of his attempts to ride that wave. But yeah, here's what it gets. Here's where it gets messy, right? The Obidient aren't just a fan club. They are a movement with a mind of their own. They have made it crystal clear. They won't stomach or be playing second fiddle to Atiku. Oh, I love this. When rumors surface of a deal where Obi should be Atiku VP in 2027 with the promise of the presidency in 2031, the Obidient shut it down. Across social media, TV, radio, they see Obi as Nigerian messiah figure, a beacon of integrity who's outshone Atiku in the southeast, south, and north central in 2023. A bit Atiku in the zone. Let's put it. They're not here for Atiku. They're not here for Atiku elder statement, pitch, or his alleged control of the ADC. A leaked memo from the Obidient movement even call out the marginalization of Obi loyalists in the coalition. Of course, what do you expect? When you have titans and people are ready to spend money like mad, Obi who don't believe in giving shishi, of course, he can't compete in that kind of arena. So that's why I believe that I don't think he will go with that second fiddle status, or even if the ticket is given to him. Anyway, so as Atiku's strategy worked, I would say yes, it's working. On one hand, it succeeded in putting ADC on the map. Yeah, talk about APC now, talk about ADC before PDP. Imagine, Labour Party is already gone. The defection bars, you know, and the coalition talks have given the party a visibility it never had. Google Trends data shows for ADC, Nigerian spiking since Atiku move. And the fact that the videos and pictures went crazy of Obi attending that coalition meeting and all that. That turn everything, put everything on to another level. So it's a good strategy that is working. I mean, is he going to provide the desired result, which is to win the presidency in 2027? I don't think that would be possible. But for a party that is relatively unknown to 99% of Nigerians 3 months ago, today is sitting pretty top at the side by side beside APC and PDP. Only Obi and Obidient can make that possible. But the credit should go to Atiku for even daring to take that route. So it's a good move. So anybody who is insulting Obi, don't want to say anybody among the political class, Soludo and the rest, that's exactly what they're just trying to do. But Atiku just coming with experience and say, you know what, I know these people no go join me on the long run, but let me ride on their wave and popularity for as long as they could. And that's exactly what is happening. So if you pay attention to people on X and everywhere, you understand that the clout is already there on ADC side. No question about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me shut it down and go to church. See you all later. Well, I think what's the color? Charlie Boy. I say Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy, yeah. Charlie Boy is going to be on 90 Minutes Africa, hosted by Dr. Damage. I think that should be an interesting one. So join me. I will be there live. Ciao, ciao.